What will tomorrow bring? What does the future hold? What will it look like?
The key to the future isn't a time machine or a crystal ball. It's simpler than that. It's information. Because when we know what we're going to need, we can shape the future to help provide it. In practical terms, that means being able to answer questions like where should schools be built, which areas will need new housing, roads and transport services.
And what about healthcare, playgroups, sports and leisure facilities, business investment and retail opportunities?
The information that provides the answers to these questions and many others like them can be found in the census.
The census measures the size and characteristics of the population of Northern Ireland and takes place every 10 years. The census is unique, with everyone across the country being asked the same questions on the same day, so we can get a picture of the entire population.
But the statistics produced by the census are not an end in themselves. In many ways, they're just the beginning. Their importance lies in what they can tell us about the needs of the people behind the numbers. By completing your census questionnaire, people like you will help tomorrow take shape.
Look at this piece of paper. It's an ordinary, everyday thing, yet it can be so significant. Think of what it could contain: an important piece of news, exams results, a job offer. And as a piece of paper, it can be folded and made into something else. Origami, or paper folding, is a useful symbol for the way that a completed census questionnaire can shape facilities in your area. This is an idea you'll see repeatedly in relation to Census 2011.
Every person, family and household is unique, and so is each city, town and village in Northern Ireland, with its own health, education, transport and welfare needs.
Central and local government, health trusts, charities and business are just some of those who will use the statistics collected from the 2011 census. These will help them to assess how best to meet those needs in both the short term and the long term. And because the census is vital to the way we live, it's essential that everyone takes part. The next census will take place in Northern Ireland on Sunday the 27th of March 2011. It's the only opportunity to gather the same type of information at the same point in time from everyone in Northern Ireland. Think of it as a snapshot of the entire country taken at a particular moment. It's essential that no one is missed regardless of where they live, which includes people in halls of residence, care homes, prisons, those who live in caravans or in apartment blocks, people in hostels or who are sleeping rough. Everyone matters, so everyone must be counted.
To make everyone aware of the census and the importance of completing the questionnaires, a major advertising and publicity campaign will feature in the run-up to the 27th of March 2011.
Census managers are also working on the ground with central and local government, voluntary organisations, ethnic and community groups to publicise the importance of the census and to encourage everyone to take part. Confidentiality is essential to the census. All information you give on your questionnaire is treated in the strictest confidence. What's more, everyone working on the census signs a declaration not to disclose any information. No personal information is ever passed to any individual or organisation outside the census. Only statistical information is made available, and no individual can be identified from this. In fact, current legislation in Northern Ireland means that census records are kept permanently closed and no one can have access to them, which is also reassuring to know.
The last census was taken in 2001. Since then, we have seen marked changes in the way we live. Just as the needs of individuals and local communities change and the makeup of the broader society progresses, so too must the census.
More people are living alone and the population is ageing. Family structures and living arrangements are becoming increasingly complex. We also have more migration both into and around Northern Ireland. Attitudes are changing too, as more people expect to communicate with government online. To reflect a changing Northern Ireland, a number of new features and questions have been introduced for 2011. The questionnaire has been redesigned, making it easier to complete. Some questions have been revised and some new ones added. For example, the 2011 questionnaire will include questions on adapted accommodation, disability and voluntary work citizenship and main language spoken. And 2011 will also be the first time you can complete your questionnaire online. On Census Day, just go to census.gov.uk/NI and follow the on-screen prompts. It's been designed to be quick and easy to use. You can answer most questions by simply ticking a box. Of course, if you prefer, you can still complete your questionnaire the traditional way, on paper. Around 2 weeks before Census Day, each household will receive a questionnaire in the post, along with a prepaid envelope for sending it back. You need to fill it in and return it as soon as possible after Census Day. Remember, if you're a householder, you have to complete a census questionnaire, ensuring that each member of your household is included. If you live in a communal establishment, such as halls of residence or a care home, you will be responsible for completing your own individual questionnaire. This will be given to you by your establishment manager. The census counts people where they usually live, as opposed to where they might happen to be staying on census night. If you're visiting a friend or relation, they will complete a small number of questions about your visit, while you should complete your own questionnaire when you get home. Shortly after Census Day, our team will begin to follow up on questionnaires that haven't been returned. The 2011 census is managed jointly by the 3 UK census offices, and a census will take place in Scotland, England and Wales on the same day as here in Northern Ireland. Of course, implementing an operation like a census is a vast and complex task. It requires careful planning and coordination, and the efforts of some 2,000 regional and area census managers, team coordinators and enumerators, who are the public face of the census. Coordinating this task is the work of the Northern Ireland Statistics and Research Agency on behalf of the Registrar General for Northern Ireland. Don't worry, there's a great deal of support and help available online and by phone. An information leaflet will be included in your census questionnaire pack, which will be delivered around 2 weeks before Census Day. This material will be available in Braille, audio and large print versions, and in other languages. There is more information available online at census.gov.uk. Special assistance will also be available to anyone who has difficulty completing the questionnaire, such as through language or disability. Throughout this film, you've heard how important the census is, how valuable the information is that it provides, and how relevant it is to each one of us. In fact, it goes a little further. Participation in the census is considered so important, it's actually a legal requirement. And if you fail to complete a questionnaire for your household, you could receive a fine, which could be up to £1,000. So do make sure you complete your questionnaire and return it as soon as possible.
Since the last census was carried out, our society has seen some very great changes. More people are living alone than ever before. New communities have established themselves here, making Northern Ireland a more diverse place. The census must accommodate these changes in order to maintain the accuracy and completeness of the information it gathers. Your participation will help ensure you get the Northern Ireland you want and need for yourself, your family and your community. Census 2011. Help tomorrow take shape.